The following video contains coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
So, but I guess where I wanted to, let's go back to when Niels joined into the room. You sent me a bunch of videos that we were going to go over.
Yes.
So let's jump back to that.
All right. Yeah, this will be fun. This will be fun. So,
is there an order here? Like, they're unnamed. So
they're all of the same event, but I'll give the context. Okay.
Okay. So I'm just gonna pop open the first one just to see. There is no audio for this.
Here, I'll zoom in with the camera. We're gonna be professionals.
Yeah.
Do you need anything in there, Gary?
Doing good, boys.
Gary, you sure you don't want to sit here?
This is the dream.
Here, you want me to go? I'll get you a pop, or you want a tequila smash? What do you want?
I'm good, bro.
Okay, all right. Just look it up. Look it up for my production guys.
So
All right. So context.
yeah.
So this is about like 2 years into this spiritual awakening. And among the spiritual gifts that I have is I seem to be able to pick up on and communicate with non-physical beings. Okay, so I was in a hotel room in Medicine Hat, and I felt something in the room with me, and it started to open drawers, and I would close it. At first I thought maybe the dresser's off balance, maybe something. I walked by and it opened, and I closed it and opened again. I was like, oh, maybe it's just. But then I realized something was going on here, and so I took out my phone and started filming. And you can't, we don't have the audio for these, but if you start playing them, I'm talking out loud, asking it to open the drawer here. So you'll see in a moment here.
Oh boy.
So it opens the drawer, and then if you go to the next video.
Yes. Get me out of here.
See, the difference is he's doing it alone, and I'm doing it to make people's groceries get dented.
So
again,
you can tell it's my hotel room because there's Domino's pizza boxes. And so I'm asking from further away this time. To make sure it's not actually me somehow opening these drawers.
it's just
That's incredible.
bizarre. Like, incredibly
Where was
bizarre.
this?
In Medicine Hat.
Fuck.
So this is me now closing it and trying to just like, you'll see I'm nudging it. And
Yes.
I'm,
What's going on? What's going on?
like I just want to make sure I'm not.
Let's disprove this kind of
Yes. Because at this point I've had a series of mystical experiences. But this is the first time I'm catching something on tape. So I'm like stomping the floor. I'm trying to nudge the thing. And here it opens the other drawer.
Boom!
Come on. Woo!
Still more pizza boxes in the corner. Shameful. Shameful amount of Domino's
This must have been
pizza.
day
Yeah.
3.
Shameful about stuffed cheesy bread, bro.
Oh my God, he knows about the stuffed cheesy bread. Absolutely.
I have a thought, but I'll wait till the
So here
process is
I
done.
have a question.
You're playing them in actual perfect sequence, so this is
Okay.
good. So again, I'm just sort of shoving this thing, nudging it, stomping my feet to make sure it's not me somehow opening these drawers. And I step back and ask it to open a drawer, and it goes back to the first one.
Oh, no, okay, now that kind of fucks with my question.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, so
So I think there's one more.
Yeah,
here.
one more.
Holy
I
shit.
think, yeah,
So
we
now
all
the
have questions.
context here. Pause. Don't just play this one just yet. This is now in Black Falls, Alberta. Different hotel room, different city. Same sort of thing was happening. I felt something in the room with me. The drawer opened, and in that drawer, it opened on its own without my prompting it. And then I brought up the camera to film what you're about to see here. But in that drawer was a Bible.
Yeah. Gideon Bible?
Yeah.
The the hotel special.
So you'll see that I took the Bible out because I'm like, I'm getting the hint here.
Right.
But I ask it to open the drawer for me again. So it opens that drawer.
Huh.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Huh.
I have some questions, but I'm sure I'll let Grandma. And
Oh, no,
Luke
there's
go.
no pecking order here. You ask away.
Yeah, please.
So, when do you? I know Luke had.
No, go ahead. Go
Are
ahead.
you sure?
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
all
even
you.
want to know what Luke's up to right now.
No,
He's up to
it's
something.
okay. It's okay. Go ahead.
Please.
So nice to see your face. It's been a while.
Face as well. I've really missed you.
I
guys,
missed
for real.
our lattes in Calgary, actually.
Me too, man.
When did you record this? Like, when did this happen, roughly?
I think this was 2024. Maybe 2024.
And so you had your camera on. You were just fucking around with your camera in the hotel room?
No, so the drawer started opening before I got the camera up.
Oh, then
So
you're
it-
like, oh shit, get the camera.
Yeah, and to provide even more context, I travel frequently, and so I had seen drawers and doors opening in other hotel rooms, but I dismissed it as I thought it was myself somehow like bumping into things, or I don't know, or when you walk, sometimes I'm a heavy fella. Sometimes when I walk by a dresser, it'll throw it off balance and a drawer will open. It's not impossible, right?
Okay, so you answered my question.
Yeah, so there was
Where are you going like this?
some thought that that's what was occurring, but in this instance where I brought the camera out, I had been feeling the presence of something else in the room, and the drawer had started. It opened on its own. I closed it and dismissed it, and it immediately opened again in front of me. So I closed it and it just fell open, and I realized this is why I was testing the dress. I'm like, is it off balance, or is something happening here? And so I closed it again, and it opened a second time. But there's like a delay, right? Like I close it, and then just like it opens. So then I got my camera out, and then I filmed it several more times, as you saw. So this is like honestly among the more tame of the experiences I've had, but it's the only one I've ever caught on tape.
Yeah.
And so it serves as some sort of evidence that I'm not out of my mind.
Yeah.
I mean, people are going to take whatever they want from this. People who can't find their way into believing that a non-physical world exists around us simultaneously to our physical world.
Right.
Can't wrap their head around this. Like this materialism mindset that there's a physical, mechanical explanation for everything on Earth. Like there's people who believe that, and they're wrong, but they can't bring themselves to believe in the spiritual realm.
It's proven. I don't want to say that I know all this shit, but like it is proven that as three-dimensional beings, we can't see a fourth, or imagine a fifth dimension. It's the same thing as asking the jack on a playing card to understand what we as humans think. It's the same thing. It's a 2D picture.
Yeah.
Trying to imagine what it's like to live a life in a 3D world.
That's right.
That's not possible.
Well, fourth dimension is time, though.
So again, a three-dimensional being has a very hard time grasping onto the idea of what it could be to be in
That's right.
this other plane of existence,
Yes.
and the further on from that. So like I am 100% behind the idea of it's fucking there.
Yep.
How you can't say that you know that it's not.
Right.
That's it.
It's challenging for people because if I'm right, they have to rethink everything that they know about the world that they're living in.
Mm-hmm.
The way I was forced to rethink everything I know about the world that I'm living in.
Correct.
It was very jarring to go through this experience, and this is why I haven't spoken about it publicly, because I'm still trying to figure. I'm 4 years into this now, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Like the experiences I'm having are unbelievable, and so it's hard to wrap my head around it. And I'm trying with this project to tell the story of the beginning of this and how it sort of unfolded for me. But it's the process of going through these experiences made me rethink everything. Like and very abruptly, right? Where I did not realize that any of this was real or any of this existed. I didn't give really any thought to it at all. I was spiritually curious as a teenager and stuff, but I never had any kind of experiences like this to force this realization upon me. So it's like all of a sudden you start to rethink literally everything, you know, and it's super jarring, and it changes the way you change your behavior, because if that's true, then I shouldn't be doing some of the things I've been doing. I shouldn't be living the way I've been living. Maybe I need to be rethinking everything about my life. And so it's when you know me forever, like my family have known me my whole life, and then you start to talk a little differently and you start to act a little differently, it freaks some people out.
And admittedly, like you most likely understand more than anybody that can be jarring.
Yes.
For them as well.
Yes.
And that rightfully so, it should be jarring.
Yes.
Does it have to be though?
It could be
'cause,
surprising.
I'm like, that's fucking cool, right? But
Thi-
then, like,
this is
what,
where
it
I'm
doesn't
getting to.
change, like, you know, like who I am,
No.
right? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is like, I know this man very well, and I know that he's a very, like, focused and detail-oriented individual. And so, like, I have no reason to doubt him whatsoever, right? So it's just like, yeah, cool. If you say so, I believe you, right? But, like, how do you get the job that, like, picks what you get to do when you die? Like, if somebody's pulling, like, the drawers out, like, I'll do that. Like, I'll do that. Like, cause like, I don't want to fucking hang out with everybody. Like, it's just like, you want to let me, like, have, like, a tiny, like, a room this size with, like, lights and shit. Actually, just give me this studio to haunt. Right? You know? And like, I'll just flick shit on and off. And it's like, look at this motherfucker. I'll wait fucking 8 years for somebody to come in here.
Man, what you call haunting, for real though, to be serious, is a desperate attempt from non-physical beings to communicate with physical beings. Because they can't speak to us the way we're speaking to one another now. So these types of gestures and movements are like, I think it takes great effort.
Yeah, you gotta
their
learn how to
part,
flick the
do
penny. Like,
that's it.
in Ghost.
You know what I mean? Like but these types of things, like this is their attempt to make contact, right? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like there's a lot to this. And when you say, does it have to make you rethink the way you think of? Yes, it does. Because when you realize how all of this is, when you remember how all of this actually works, the bigger picture becomes a little more apparent to you. You get a peek behind the curtain, and all of a sudden, things that used to be meaningless all of a sudden have all kinds of meaning behind them. Literally, nothing happens by accident. There are no coincidences. Everything is pre-written. This is like, we are on a path. And when you start to deviate from the path that you're on, you start to feel like shit. And you're like, oh, this is no longer my path. And it redirects you, right? So like your emotions act like this compass that like redirects you through life. But the fact that Niels is here, the fact that you're here, like, this was not planned. Like, we just were like, well, if I'm coming to town, why don't I reach out to him and see if we can all get a hang in? And now we're all here in this room having this conversation. This was supposed to happen.
Yeah, we're making it happen as the moments go by. The reasons why and the timing and the people. There could have been a different group of people.
Yes.
There could have been a different scenario. There could have been a different time of day.
Yeah.
It could have been a whole bunch of different scenarios.
Could be Pip farting on a snare drum.
So
Could I echo that
go ahead.
and just chime in? And even before coming here, obviously I said I was excited and a little bit nervous, right?
I was kind of anxious too.
Why would
And
you be nervous?
I'm just nervous, but when I'm in the room with you guys, it's all like family again, and even with you, Gary, right? But going back to this energy and thing, like, I watched you perform shows. I mean, you could come in this room, you could say not even a word. And Luke too, you have that same energy. You have this energy that speaks without even saying a word. Like, it's incredible. Like, you guys have
When
a
does
way.
that ever happen?
But you guys, you have a way, honestly, you have a way of making someone feel important without saying a goddamn word. Like, seriously.
So
Going back, I'm going way back, but the energy, the whole thin red line, why did we connect with Luke,
and how
you, across Canada, across Regina, like, and then still have this friendship, like I said, I won't see you in like 3 or 4 years. It's like,
doesn't matter.
We haven't even missed a beat here, guys.
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason,
Wow.
like we talked about this, there's a reason that we connect. This is all taking us somewhere. So like I have part of these visions that I've been having have been like prophetic, right? Like some of the visions I've had have come to reality. Some of them have yet to materialize, but I think that there is a reason that we all met the way we did, and that we've maintained friendships. There's certain relationships that I've maintained with musicians I've met over the years, and others that I just didn't, right? But there's certain people, like we all clicked immediately when we met each other, and we will all be friends for the rest of our natural lives and beyond.
Oh, that's cool. We get to hang out after too.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Absolutely. And so it's like,
Oh, sweet.
there's a reason that we've maintained these friendships, because there's events to come.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a reason that I met Gary. There's a reason that I met all you guys, and there's a reason we all met one another and have made an effort to maintain these friendships. Neil's, lived a couple hours from me in Alberta at one point, and he was making a point to come down and have coffee with me because I'm within proximity. Let's just do this.
Yeah.
Right? But there was an effort made to maintain friendships, I got invited out to Luke's lake house this summer. Like he could invite anybody. You know what I mean? But he's making an effort to maintain a friendship with me because this is all leading us somewhere.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, and there is something to the whole connection of things too. Like when yesterday, I'm wondering when Luke's coming into town, and then he phones me. He's like, "I'm on my way." I was like, "Yep." And there's things like that I've had that have happened my whole life, and it's like there's an intuitiveness to it. It's whether you recognize it or not. But the one thing that I guess I want to ask you, because you've said a couple of these things where you've said, and I don't want to downplay anything that you're saying. I'm actually just asking
okay.
a legitimate question.
No disclaimer necessary, brother.
When it comes to this type of stuff, when you see these types of things, when you have the things that you've seen, all this type of stuff, is there anything inside of you that's okay with not knowing?
That's a really good question. That's a super good question, man. It's very astute of you to ask that question. So, at first, I had to understand. I had to understand everything.
That innate feeling.
Because it comes to you. These revelations come to you come to me in any case, in these snippets where it's disjointed. It doesn't all make sense. I'll get I'll channel messages, like either written or vocally, that make no sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then sometimes they come through and they make perfect sense to me. But when they make no sense, then maybe a year from now or 2 years from now it makes sense to me. Mm-hmm. Where all of a sudden, okay, that message from 2 years ago that I've got written down in my phone or recorded in my phone, like all of a sudden makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. But I struggled at first with this because like Luke was saying, I'm kind of an analytical dude. I like to be organized and I like to understand what I'm dealing with, right?
Yes.
So I needed to understand, and I needed other people to believe me.
Yes.
And it was a real struggle for me to feel that way about this, because you're not going to get the answers. Things are being revealed to me in the order they are for a reason. And so I don't need now I'm at a place where I've accepted, like, life is not a problem meant to be solved. It's a mystery meant to be lived, right? Yeah. Like I need to let this unroll the way it's supposed to unroll, and I'm along for the ride. Like sometimes I'll channel messages that aren't in English, and it's super strange, and I don't know what it means. Every night as I'm falling asleep, I'll speak in my sleep, and my wife has recorded me, and I recorded myself, and I don't know what I'm saying. It's not in English.
Yes.
And so I don't know what these words mean. And she's like, "Are you looking it up?" And at first I was, and it just led to more questions. Yeah. And so now I'm in a place like, look, I'm going to speak in whatever this foreign language is in my sleep. I don't need to know what it means. If I'm supposed to know, God will see to it that I know.
There are things that when I listen to your album, where that's why I asked the question.
Yeah.
Is because it seems like you do have a very good understanding of what it is that's happening to you specifically, and how it pertains to you. But there's also this openness to, like, there's a lot of things here that are still happening. So you have this, like, openness.
Yes.
And I feel that there are people out there that have those types of things. Like Neil said, you are that powerful in a way where it almost seems like you're the type of person to talk to. If anybody's coming from another plane of existence, is like, this guy will pay attention.
Yeah.
You know, like, it doesn't happen to everybody. Some people really believe in ghosts and spirits and everything, and nothing ever fucking happens to them because they're always looking for it. They believe it to be true, and it's not happening. But then there are people that are just wide open all the time and can feel and hear these things. And it's amazing to hear stories like that because not everybody's like that. It's a very individual thing.
Well, in hindsight, I was having experiences like this my whole life. I just didn't realize I was. Things would happen to me that I would dismiss away. I'm like, oh, it's inexplicable, whatever.
Right.
Maybe, I was, maybe I didn't see that correctly, or I don't know what, you know what I mean? I would have strange experiences, and I just dismissed them all until I was forced not to dismiss it,
I like how this guy is surprised that in some way he's growing into a minister of spirituality. He's been like a host of a crowd for his entire adult life. Like, I remember you would say, I want to meet every single one of you before you leave.
Yeah.
Like when you're finishing shows, right? You take pictures with everybody. You like merch deals. You just like this whole thing. So what I'm saying is, let's find a little space in like maybe New Mexico or something like that.
I think you did
you
find
can
a
be
little
the main pastor, and I'll handle the financials and the collection plate, right? And then I'll do like night service, right? Like
So-
when you got to get an early ride.
I know you're joking, but this is.
But I would still do it.
He did find a place.
That's in Drumheller.
He's right there.
So,
Oh my God!
So-
you build a church.
to be clear, though,
There's no taxes.
it's important that we raise this point because you touched on something jokingly, but like one of the first things that I was accused of when I first started sharing this with people that were really close to me in the beginning of this was that I was turning into some kind of cult leader. And I'm like, let's be very clear. Like, I have no intention of ministering. Like, I have no intention of becoming a cult leader. Yeah. I'm at a place where I don't need anyone to believe this.
Yes.
I'm not trying to convince anyone. I know you're disappointed because you're thinking about all that great pussy you could have been getting as the right-hand man of a cult leader, but it's not going to happen.
No. I'm the guy that's like behind the wall. Like I'm not.
He's the Wizard of Oz.
There, yeah. No. I'm not in it.
Let's be clear though. There's no cult, but you did touch on something else, so that like I do have a lot of experience talking to groups of people and meeting with individuals and introducing myself to strangers and like talking to me and getting to know strangers, right? Like I have a lot of experience doing that. But what I've been trying to explain to you is that everything, to include those experiences, all of that and all of our life experiences is leading us to an event, that, like a real life's mission. And each one, that's not true just for me. This is true of every single person. Like we all have a reason for being here, and our life experiences are culminating and like have given us the skills and abilities and talents that are needed for the events to come.
Look, can I just ask you like one thing?
Of course.
So you're talking about like a path, like a destination, right?
Yes.
And you feel when you're feeling at your worst, you've deviated from that section.
Yes.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to like how 40-year-olds actually talk. If you're not like in some corporate environment, like a bunch of dorks, like you can actually just talk like this.
Yes.
You should do a psychology report
Openly
on
and
this. Anyways, so I'm gonna ask you. So I was feeling down one time, and I had this whole day off with nothing to do on a Saturday, right? And I was just driving around. I was like, I was gonna go get some beers at the bar or whatever. Like I had zero on my plate, right? And then so I drove past this church, right? A small little Baptist church, and all I wanted to do was get a hot dog, right? Because I saw them grilling hot dogs. I'm like, that's a cheap ass like barbecue dog. Let me hit it, right? And then so they go, you gotta go get the tickets downstairs, right? Like, sure, whatever. Like for $20, you get like a whole jerk chicken, rice, beans, everything, hot dog, hamburger, and a Coke. I was just like, yeah, give me fucking 4 of them.
Yeah,
like, you know, like I'll eat this for the rest
I came
of
here
the
for
week.
one dog.
You're talking about like Jamaican barbecue chicken? Like, yeah, hell yeah, right? And then so I'm trying to so I'll try and keep it short. But anyways, so next thing I know, the guy closes his phone and he walks up. I'm the only white guy in the entire church, right? You know, it's like a Caribbean, Jamaican, Black Baptist church, right? And so the guy comes up, he's like, "You the plumber?" And I'm like, "The plumber or a plumber?" Because no to both, right? And then he goes, "'Cause I got this sink that's like leaking and we can't get the dishes done." And I was like, "I thought I just explained to you no twice." Like, all I wanted was a $5 hot dog, for fuck's sakes, you know what I mean? And then so he's like, "'Cause look," and I look into the sink and I'm like, "Fuck, it's a quick fix." And I was like, I live close. And so I go home. And then I'm just like, don't make my food yet. I want it like hot and fresh off the key, right? So I go home. I was like, I'll get my tools. He's like, right on, my man. And so I go get just the one little tiny wrench that like works for every sink attachment and like some Teflon tape. And I'm like, there you go. You're back in business, right? And he goes, cool. You said you work in music, and I was like, yeah, but that's because I told you I wasn't a plumber, you know. And then he goes, he's like, let's hear. You got to give my son an audition. I'm like, for what? You know,
I'm not gatekeeping anything.
Yeah. And then so I go upstairs, listen to him sing in the church, right? And he's like, they took the microphones to the event tomorrow because we're setting up to do a public healing downtown. So you should join us. And I'm like, I just want a goddamn hot dog. Yeah. And he's like, watch the blasphemy. You know, so I end up cutting my knuckle on the sink. I finally get all this food. I go home, and then I take the fucking dog and the missus to the public thing the next day. She's like, why not?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And then they're like, do you have anything to pray for? I'm like, not really. I mean, the dog, like, he just had surgery, so he's moving slow. And then the dog lasted way longer. It was so stupid. All I wanted was a greedy little barbecue hot dog.
Yeah.
And it turned into a vast connection of just doing things for other people.
Humans.
Like,
That's
for
cool.
just cuz.
Yeah.
Just cuz. I was like, this is the most interesting thing that could have happened to me today.
When did that happen?
Like, I don't know. Would have been post-pandemic, like.
So, like, within the last 5 years.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
this is, man, what you're experiencing is what many, 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 many people are experiencing without ever realizing they're experiencing it. But God is calling you back. That is a perfect example. This makes me want to fucking cry. This is a perfect example of God putting you on the path back to God. That is a perfect example of that. You just wanted a hot dog, but this is how God works. Next thing you know, you're doing an active service. You're being helped. And it's like, well, maybe I will go to that thing tomorrow, right? Like, just out of curiosity, if nothing else, you went, right? It was something to do. And they prayed for your dog. Like, that's exactly...
Well, we both have dead dogs, too.
Of course, but you get what I'm saying? Like, this is the whole point of, like, this mass awakening that's occurring. Dude, you want to talk about dead dogs?
No! Come on, man! For the love of God, no! I only use it as a shield, for Christ's sake.
I can't feel any
fucking
feelings. I don't want to feel any feelings.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I hugged my dog's ashes in the box with his picture painted above it for like a fucking half an hour by myself. But just crying. I was like, no one's home. I'm sorry, you mother. They put a plaque of them up at the
It's the worst when they go.
Yeah.
But, dude, this past summer...
Worse than sons.
You gave my dog the best weekend of her life right before she passed.
Yeah.
But that weekend was like, you invited us out, and I was like, maybe we're not gonna go. I was just starting a new gig, and I was like, maybe I don't. Brooke was like, we have the time, let's just go. And so we went, and that whole weekend was for her. It was for my dog. Like that, it was a parting. Yes, but it was like a completely fenced-in area with a bunch of people. She was the only dog there. Everyone was just loving on her.
Because mine was dead.
Saltwater pool, which we were going to talk about that. And then it was this beautiful gift from God for that dog, for that to have that weekend. You know what I mean? Like everything about that was like the perfect weekend for her.
Amen.
Like, Gary's going to check on his dog right now.
Yeah.
Sir, still can't see my-
Look at that, everyone's getting choked up.
Oh, Maggie.
Baby, I haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been too long.
It's been too long.
You're a full-blown father now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
A full-blown father, not one of those
Full-blown,
half-ass
Full-blown
fathers.
5.
Yeah.
I got
I didn't run out on my kids.
I get one every Thursday.
How old
got
are your children now?
11 and 5.
Whoa!
Yeah, 11-year-old. He just
not
turned 11.
quite teenagers.
Not
He's
quite, but
almost taller than me. I think.
You are
Yeah.
gonna find so much fucking sticky shit underneath tables soon.
yeah. No, it changes your mindset as well. But
bet.
yeah, no, it's
It's a beautiful thing.
a beautiful thing. It can be challenging, but it can be very valuable
Yeah.
and amazing. Just amazing.
You know what? I'm terrified of having children because with the amount of substance abuse I've undergone, I would definitely have a flipper baby of some kind. Maybe some kind of ailment.
How are you?
Yes.
Let's get into the.
Oh, that reminds me.
Oh no!
No, this is off topic. Sorry about that.
There is no topic.
I know you might have to get going here. Or,
Well, we'll finish up when we finish up
I
here.
borrowed this in 2006, and I want to give it back.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I owned this?
Yeah, I watched it last night.
20 years later.
I haven't.
What is
What
it?
is it? Show the camera.
I
It's
got
Baby Snakes by Frank Zappa. Have you ever seen this?
No.
I borrowed it in 2006, and I only watched it last night.
Perfect.
So
I'm glad you dug that out.
sorry, a bit late. It's yours. But yeah, anyways, back to crazy shit
You
that's
guys all
happened.
got gifts.
No,
Frank Zappa is pretty crazy. That's
Oh man, this Baby Snakes thing, this is like,
you turned me on to Zappa.
oh dude, it is one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen in my life. I can't, how did you get it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You said, man, take this and
Oh, it's, and because
Zappa is just a gateway drug to Captain Beefheart, though. You know?
yeah, well, there was a lot of things that he did, like with the 200 motels stuff, and then this. I remember, I'm pretty sure watching this. Is this not the one with a bunch of claymation?
yeah, there is some of that too. And
So there, like, he was such an odd guy, right? Like he did all these crazy productions and whatnot, but he was also he was a master puppet master, and like he never did drugs, never drank. You know, he smoked a lot of cigarettes and drank a lot of coffee. Yeah. That was Frank Zappa's like things, and also you know, he's a very good orchestrator of ideas. So if he found somebody that had this burning desire to create, he knew how to hone those people into their own creative juices, and he would give them spaces to flourish.
Yes.
And one of the things was he really wanted to figure out how to do like stop motion camera stuff. So he found a stop motion camera guy. He's also friends with like Rick Kay, like the guy who did all of the animations for Ren and Stimpy.
Oh,
that's why
John Kay.
John Kay. So
That's how I learned Spanish.
there's like all those little things, and Frank Zappa's music's all over it. Yeah. He's even Powdered Toast Man. Powdered Toast Man.
That's right.
Vitamin F.
Yeah, that's.
Are you clinging tenaciously to my buttocks?
That's Frank.
Sorry, you just like you unlock. Oh, the demon's coming out. Never
So-
mind. I can't.
Hey, easy with the demons. All right.
So the crazy thing that I saw in this, I'm pretty sure it was in this, was him dealing with this claymation artist, stop motion camera guy, and the stuff that you start seeing is just, it keeps cycling into itself and keeps cycling, going and going and going. And then they go back and forth to this interview with this dude who's doing all the claymation. Sometimes Frank would pop in and practice on his own.
Yeah.
And then he would just leave the guy by himself for 12, 14 hours at a time and leave him unlimited acid.
Yeah.
Frank never did drugs, but he knew this guy liked it. And he's like, well, I'm just going to leave you here and with
see what happens.
the most amazing studio, with all this technology, with everything.
Yes.
And he's like, and if you like acid, I'll just leave this over here.
Yeah.
And like, so it's just like
You don't
weeks
want none of
and
this, do
months of this guy doing this stuff. And then every once in a while, you'll see a little claymation of Frank, which Frank made himself, and then he puts himself into this thing, and then he obviously leaves because then it turns into this massive, weird, and it's all in between all these little performances, and it's just like,
dream of a DVD,
it's a fever dream, but it's also kind of shows how he would deal with musicians. And I always respected this this puppet master thing that he did. He was a master manipulator in a way, and almost turned all of his stuff into like a cult. So there were a lot of things I remember hearing about Frank back in the day, which I thought if Neil had these powers, what would his team of people be like? Who would be the people that he would go in and feed?
Yeah, I would love to see
Niels,
like,
look what
Neil's
you've done
Curates,
just by handing him a DVD.
Yeah. This is what he does.
Yeah.
He does shit
Now
like
we're
this
on
I
all the
just want to
time.
give it back. It's not mine, right? So,
Now we're
wanna
on
give
this
it back.
cosmic voyage
but
through the story.
you're like, hey, this is kind of like you, or you're like, there's some similarities. Am I? Well, okay, I don't know, but I know. Grandma knows a lot of music.
Yes.
That was the favorite thing when driving. I'm laying in the back, Grandma and John.
We'd be up there just.
I'm like,
talking.
I'm laying there, and I'm like, how do they know so much about music? I don't know much about music, but knowledge is just.
Were you one of those singers that was forced to become the singer?
No.
Like, did you actively pursue trying to put together a band with Sparky and be the singer?
It was Chris's band, and I came in.
Yeah. So he told you to be a singer, and then you were.
No. I said I'm going to be the singer.
Oh, you actively pursued.
I
it.
wanted to be the singer.
Okay.
I remember hearing that story. Chris and you tell that story really, really.
Because yeah, Donnie, like
know.
I think Troy just said you're the singer.
Oh, really?
And he was like, I don't want to.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, and then we've been forcing him to sing for 25 years.
The man's got a golden
Well,
voice.
hey,
He's the only
you picked
bugger.
the right guy.
And
This is
I'm
incredible.
sorry if you guys got to wrap up. I'd love to hear how you like that process of how you started.
You know, it's. I mean, I don't know how much.
'Cause
time.
I-
We gotta
Go-
go to PA or.
We're going as long as we want, boys.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I just remember like meeting you guys. My audition for Dirt Bread was not even to play at the show.
Right.
It was to come to Saskatoon where they were playing with you guys at the Wash and Slosh.
Yeah.
And they wanted to see how I acted on the road and got along with people because
That's
that's
awesome.
90% of like
It's smart.
the person in the band is just like, is this guy, can he hang, right? I was like fucking 18.
Yeah.
And then I remember Balls going, he's like, who's Lou?
Yeah, who's
And I
the
was
new
like,
guy?
it's Luke. And he's like, yeah, is Lou one of yours? I was like, it's Luke. You know? And then cut to, years later, and it was just like, I hang out with him just a few weeks ago at the funeral. But anyways, go ahead. I would love to hear how you guys like did that.
Well, it's strange, I guess. Out of high school, I went and I worked on a farm in Sweden.
What?
This is where it all starts.
Fuck!
And I was
Every time I talk to this
I was
guy,
delivering baby cows, okay, in Sweden. No.
He's an all-star hockey player.
Anyways, no, it had nothing to do with hockey.
He's 100% telling the truth.
Yeah.
I was in Sweden, and then I was. I thought I kind of want to sing in a band, and I actually started writing music. And so I haven't been to Saskatoon. I haven't seen Chris, anyone, nobody. And I was like, I'm in Sweden. I just want to travel. I want to get out of my small town and everything.
Where were we born? What?
Small town,
Okay.
North of the city.
Okay, cool.
not far from Prince Albert.
So you moved
I was born, but not
rural
raised.
area to
Not
another
raised.
rural area to deliver baby calves.
Yeah, sorry.
I was in Sweden. I didn't know where I
Oh,
was.
so
gonna
you
go.
just took off after.
I wanted to go to Australia. I just saved up a bunch of money and I went by myself to Sweden, and I made money on this family farm, and I traveled all over in Europe and went to top of Africa. That's another thing. I mean, I did write a song about it, but I never really told anybody that it was a song about it, but I wrote a song about it.
What song?
I thought they were all about cats.
Deaf whales.
Deaf Whales.
Most of them are.
Is about Africa.
Where's
Yeah, I was in Tunisia. I was very, very, I don't know, what's the word is, naive farm kid. And
wandering around the markets
wandering
of
around,
Tunisia.
and I thought everything was like Saskatchewan, but it's not. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. But there's some stuff that went on, and I don't know if I'll reveal this all
Right.
right now, but maybe
Right.
that might be another
Yeah, okay.
session. But long story short, I came back after some crazy adventures, and maybe I probably shouldn't be here. Some of those adventures,
You're right.
We'll go on those tangents another time. But I was writing, and then I came, and that synchronicity thing that you're talking about, how I wanted to be in a band so much, and then all of a sudden I started working at Costco. That's where Sparky started, Costco. And I'm not sponsored by Kirkland by any chance, but maybe not yet. But
Tequila smashes.
me and Balls met.
You both worked at Costco.
We're both working the line to check people if they overpaid.
Do you even look at those receipts, or you just write a squiggle on there?
Didn't look at one. But you know what? The one time the manager's walking by, so I was like, oh shit, I better look at these receipts. Oh shit, they actually got over. Every time I looked, someone got overcharged. I was like, holy shit, I should have been looking at this more often, or undercharged. But anyways, Costco.
People have been stealing shit for years.
Anyways, I came back. How much time do you got, Gary?
Stop checking in.
Sorry. I want to make sure all the pinch points in the story are what you want to hear.
Okay, yeah.
But
I'm
I
along
came
for
back.
the ride, Niels.
I
I'm along.
connected with Chris, and Chris was in a band. I was like, wow. I'd never even been to a concert before. Like a local band. I don't know anyone's in a band. I don't know anything. I went to Sawyer Brown, though, I guess, when I was younger.
Right.
Hell of a
Do
show.
you remember what Chris's band name was? I still think that's one of the funniest names I've ever heard.
Yeah, it was Dreadnought.
Oh, what were they called before that?
It was Dreadnought, and then we were going to change it to Nine Blind Steves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even heard
Nine
about that.
blind Steve.
Nine Blind Steves.
Oh, that was one of those stories that you tell me, like at the end of the night. I'm just like, okay, so there's this guy Steve,
Yeah.
and I'm like, just.
And we thought that's too pop punk or something. I don't know. We're trying to. They're more pop. They're not pop punk. They're punk.
Yeah.
Right.
More punky kind of. And I think I was like really into some of the heavier stuff at first. I mean, I grew up loving everything. Like I was it's between MC Hammer and fucking Garth Brooks
Yeah.
and everything in between and out of.
You are the perfect amalgamation
But-
of MC Hammer and Garth Brooks.
I mean, I love all music if it's good, right?
Yeah.
If it's death metal and good, great. I love it. If it's Christian music and it's good, yeah,
Yeah.
I love it and appreciate it. But I mean, if it's shitty Christian music, then no. But you know what I mean? I can understand that there's everything kind of pulls you in. Anything on the radio, we'll see what on the radio going home. Something will pull you into something, even if it's poppy. But anyways, sorry. That's we connected in a way. So I'm trying to wrap this up really quick because
Well,
Don't rush.
but I know you got to go PA. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to PA after. PA style. That's another story too.
PA style.
Remember when I left the keys? You guys.
Can we get back to how the band started?
Anyways. Yeah.
James has
Chris,
to direct.
Chris said, "Do you want to come and watch my band play at the Wash and Slosh?"
Right, yeah.
Which was whatever. And I'm like, okay. And I'm new. I'm back from like Europe and Sweden, and I don't really have any friends in the city. Yeah, he's into kind of same music, like Deftones,
Right.
and stuff like that. And,
Yep.
and so I'm like, wow. Like how? Like I don't really know anyone that's like this kind of music. It's
Dreadnought was really good.
yeah.
They were a great band.
Yeah. And then we went to the show. Were they called Dreadnought? Yeah. We went to the show and he said, come on into the show. I was like pretty nervous. He's like, you can help me carry my guitar in. I'm like, I felt like I'm doing something. I'm part of something. And I'm bringing his guitar. And they played the show. They had a good show.
Yeah.
And then I think they're going through, some members, they're trying to move out or whatever. They didn't have a singer.
Yeah.
And Chris is singing too. Like Chris,
He was the
obviously,
front man.
Balls is an incredible
guitar
singer.
playing, sing,
Balls
yeah.
can do it all, right? So
Balls can do it all.
Hey,
Balls
the
can do it all.
Yeah, it should be on his
That's-
card, yeah.
And anyways, I was just jamming with them, and I just kind of was really into early System of a Down and all that kind of stuff, and because I didn't like just the metal, just the heavy. I was like, when I first listened, like System and all that kind of stuff, I was
little more
like,
experimental.
there's some like humor,
Dynamics,
cleverness, and wittiness to it, and fun, just fun.
Well,
so
if you had told me when I was in Saskatoon for that audition for that band and first met you guys, that this was a Swedish cattle farmer who later turned into God knows a fucking Tunisian like jewelry or carpet dealer in the back alleys. That would have saved me a lot of time of analyzing who the fuck this guy is. You've been an anomaly my whole life. I never knew that you were some escaped convict.
And that was before I was a private investigator. That's a whole nother story. But
there's one thing that is certain, is that the people that like have stuck around, like we're talking about the friendships that have endured, like I think you guys are all some of the most fascinating people I've ever met. Like you were talking about, like I remember you said when you had Danny on here, Rockin' Cowboy Danny, that he was like Forrest Gump. But I feel like we all have a little bit of that going on.
A little bit of Gump in us.
Different lives, weird adventures, strange circumstances. Like there's a lot of that going around.
And it's it's the openness to the next thing.
Yeah.
Like I remember hearing, I don't want to take the words out of Chris's mouth, but I remember joining the band after their previous drummer had left, and I came in. I was hanging out with them already. I was a fan of the band for half a year or a year since I had seen them for the first time. But I knew Chris, and then I started hanging out with everybody. But it was how Chris and Neil got along and how they kind of worked off of each other. It was like Chris saw something in him that was so unique that it's like if he didn't somehow find the passion that was sitting inside of him, that was just like, oh, this guy really wants to do this.
Yeah.
And like, you don't have to be classically trained in anything to be in a band.
Yes.
But like, to go in and have the want to do it, that's a 100% more than most other people.
100%.
So like
green as
and it
green
doesn't
as fuck,
matter.
and the only time I really sang was
and watching you live
Yeah.
within the first or second, third, fourth shows, I don't know which ones I was seeing, but it was just like every show got better. And it's like you had went to college for being a frontman. It's like, how do you just know how to do this?
Well, then
And it
being
was just
around
like, bang.
bands like you guys, like obviously like Agonal, Dirtbread, Planet Eater, and DOS, and just I'm around real musicians here, which make me a better musician.
He
person.
had
That's
a good
nice to
understanding
say.
of it. He downplays his talent a lot. I think too much, but I always thought that your talent is in a way that other people can't see.
Man, when are
like
we
I
gonna
don't
get-
know how you come up with this shit, and I know what music can sound like, but when stuff gets processed through your brain, kudos to Chris for recognizing that as well, and wanting to hone in with that with you and help you along with it.
Man, there's something
like-
special about the four of you. Like I was just about to say, when are we going to get the Sparky podcast here? Like
Well,
we need to.
That's what I'm saying. We could have had 5 more people here.
But I mean, I would like to see just a 4-way discussion,
Yeah.
and reminiscing,
Yeah.
because that lineup, I mean, like criminally underrated, right? Like,
Yeah.
like as far as like the music you guys are writing and the talent, the amount of talent in that lineup, like it's just bananas. There's not another band in Canada or anywhere that sounds like Sparky, and like for those who know, they know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And those of us that know would love to see that podcast.
You
with the four of
you should interview them.
Oh my god!
I agree.
I would love that.
And
No
like,
holds barred.
to get all of us in the same room
I would love that.
would be amazing, even prior to having this happen. I want
go raw.
Well, you know what's ironic is that
Go raw.
this week when he can give me the message to come do this, I'm getting random people finding me. It's like, this is a funny one. This kid from like Pennsylvania is like, Are there any surviving members of Sparky, the Saskatchewan band? And the surviving members is like, yeah, there's only 2 of us. You know, I think we're all alive still, but there's like 4 different kids reaching out to me, reaching out to my brother Matthew,
and teenagers, like current, like.
and I'm like, how did you
teenagers.
find us through TikTok, through the internet?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it was weird,
You
yeah.
guys were the weirdest, like, fucking.
Oh, the one kid was just like, he's like a kid from PA. He's like, I was wondering if I can find a physical copy of Seagull Meat. It was like our first record. It's
He
like,
is from PA, but it is Pennsylvania.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
jeez.
I'm like, how did you find us? I could barely find us.
He
Like,
really wants the Seagull Meat record.
That's
It's
why
like,
you guys in Ninja Spy
we
always
don't
made
even
sense.
have this.
You're just like, what is this?
Yeah.
Ninja Spy, another one.
And
Tremendous talent.
yeah,
Unreal.
And James, you introduced us to them years ago.
Thank you for
And
that too.
yeah,
Christ.
and well, yeah, it's just like if you're not recognizing it and going along with it at the time, you're gonna miss out on life. So like that's why we're all connected. That's why we'll continue to do this.
Yes.
Like it's fucking awesome that you guys came here to do this. This is really cool. And yes,
Isn't
we
this
should
better
all.
than Zoom? Because we were talking about doing this on Zoom. There's
Yeah.
magic in the room, brother.
And
There's something about this place, but also just being around one another that like brings this out. You know?
So it's tough to ask. Like I'm never gonna ask you to drive 7 hours to come out here and just hang out on a podcast. But you know how awesome it is when we all get together.
Yes.
And it was like there's so many moving parts with trying to get all this together. I don't want to seem like, oh, this is my thing. No, somebody's got to
Uncle
facilitate.
Gramma's story time.
Somebody's got to facilitate
It's
something,
okay
and
to
then
be
it
the
all
host.
just
Yeah.
happens.
But
you know,
are,
there's-
again, to facilitate this, you're the perfect one to facilitate this.
and then
Like,
it's
you
the
bring
same
that
thing
energy,
as
right?
like hosting. If you need a couch to sleep on, maybe we can give you a piece of floor to sleep on.
Ladies and gentlemen, let
same
me
shit.
tell you something very important. Spending way too long in music into your late ages with great people is the best waste of time you could ever fucking
100%.
have in your life. It's the best.
Here,
You'll
here.
never forget it. You can't take anything else to the grave, buddy.
Here.
And the difference between orange is caribou, because snow cones don't have no bones. They don't.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Yeah,
I love this.
I don't think how we can end it on a better note than that.
I love you guys, man. I love you guys so much. This is fucking hilarious. Okay, just last plug. Let's just go check out Planet Eater. Go check out old Sparky stuff. But go support James right now with all the Soothsayer stuff. As things are coming out, you have plans, right?
Yeah, there's going to be new music. The next single drops January 27th.
Awesome.
But
There
there'll
are
be,
2 videos out right now.
There's one video and then
One
sort of an
video, one
explainer video that goes with it. So I'm going to release the songs one at a time, and with each song, some supporting content that kind of explains the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so grateful for having been shown this stuff. I'm so happy for you that you get to put this stuff out.
Thank you.
I don't have advice for anybody, but like, just don't fucking worry. It's not if people don't understand, people don't understand. They don't
That's
have
it,
to.
yeah.
I fucking love it. It's very inspirational to be around somebody that is open.
Thank you.
So
yeah.
that it just keeps going. It triggers other people to feel open too. So just keep doing it.
Well, I'm doing it.
Yeah, we're
thank
here
you.
on this
No,
earth.
I
to
don't know
spread
anyone.
joy.
Sorry to overtalk. That was the number one rule.
So
I
we
fucked
talk, no
up on.
fucking
I
cross
fucked
talk.
up.
No fucking crosstalk. No
up.
fucking crosstalk.
Hey, I'm new to this. The one thing about I don't know anyone that has experienced that kind of stuff, but because I know you and how authentic you are,
Yeah.
that makes me even more of a believer because I know you.
Well, thank you for saying
So
that.
it's incredible, and I want to have more conversations about this
I would love to chat with you about it
after
anytime you'd
this show.
like. Yeah. Thank you for saying
Thanks,
that.
Grandma, for bringing me on.
Yeah, thank you. And
Love you
man,
guys.
for real, thank you for having me to talk about this.
Gary?
And thank you guys for showing
Thank
up
you.
and doing the thing. Thank you to Gary.
Yeah.
Gary, keep doing Gary, man. I fucking love you, brother.
Thanks, guys. It's a beautiful, positive place for old
Yes.
men to talk about nonsense.
That's right. Yes.
Well, yeah, maybe one day we'll do the Sparky thing. We're going to have to get both of you guys in for that then. You both have to host it.
Well, shit.
And maybe even go out to the Soundcastle. Bring Gary out to the
Ah!
We have that ability.
Okay, well, the audience
So
will
does he.
need to hear the episode before it happens.
Yeah. Let's make it happen. Thank you.
Then we'll go write a gold album. Not platinum, gold.
Does that mean it's done? I don't want it to end. All right.